Good afternoon, everybody. We've got the Michael Price family UCLA women's head basketball coach Corey Close, joined by juniors Kiki Rice and Lauren Betts. As for your notes, Lauren had 33 points, which is a career high, and surpassed 1,000 career points tonight. When you're ready for an opening statement, Coach.
Yeah, thank you all. This has been such an incredible mecca for women's basketball over the years, and a lot of that thanks goes to you all. Telling the stories of the great traditions here. I coached against Maryland when I was at Florida State, and now obviously I've been here a few times when at UCLA, and there's just a consistency of tradition here that supports women's basketball, so thank you all for that. Secondly, I want to just say that Brenda Fries has been really good to me. She is classy, she's a great coach, and she one of the first people to reach out to me when the fire started, and has always been a person that cares about the right things. And I just want to say that I really appreciate her, and she's a classy coach, and so I want to say that. Lastly, I love the tradition of history of women's basketball from both of our programs when we meet, and I think we have to celebrate that. All the people in the incredible history long before Brenda and I were at the positions that we're in, the tradition and how our programs met, and the people that came before us, that we stand on their shoulders. And so I just think this is not only a great game because both teams are really good right now, but we have great pioneers for women's basketball in the history of both programs, and I think that is worth being acknowledged.
Hey, y'all. Kareem Copeland, Washington Post. Lauren, obviously a career day, 14 from 15 in the field, from the field. Didn't seem like once you got posted up, didn't seem like they could move you out of the paint. Just what was working so well for you today, and when did you kind of start to feel it? I don't know, did you feel like it was one of those days when you walked in the gym, or did you kind of feel it as the game went on?
No, I just kind of let the game happen to me a little bit. I thought, my guards, Kiki, did a great job today just finding me in transition, but I think it started with our defense. Once we started getting stops and we, just locked in on that, I think it just created easier touches for me in transition. So I have to just shout out my teammates for just, creating those opportunities for me, but I think it just started on the defensive end.
Factors defensively in limiting Maryland's second half separation on the offensive end?
Well, the difference was we started getting stops. You notice if you look at efficiency, when we held them, we were also more efficient on offense. And so I just thought we had that third quarter was the difference. We came out. We started the third quarter with a kill, which is 3 stops in a row. And I think we just had a mindset of we didn't care how it was going to happen. We were going to force really difficult shots. They still got a few more offensive rebounds than I would like. But we found a way to finish it off with a stop even when we gave up boards a lot of the time. But, I just think that we're a really good defensive team when we're locked in, and we're very versatile. We can switch so many screens and not have huge demands in terms of mismatches. But I also have to give credit to London Jones. For her, she sort of starts the discomfort for the offense, the way she pressures the ball. And then if we can finish it off with some of our switches, but I just think her intensity and willingness to pressure the ball was a big piece of how we were able to wear them down.
Yeah, Kiki, how do you approach kind of running the offense as the point guard with such a dominant big like Lauren? How do you kind of get you guys into the sets and make that work so well like it did today?
Yeah, it makes it easy for sure. I always have someone to pass in there too. Lauren catches everything, and I think that's one of her best skills in there. Catch lobs, any kind of pass you throw at her. So I think it makes it really easy just to initiate the offense, and just the fact that we have so many threats across our entire team. You have to guard us on the perimeter. You have to guard us really everywhere. So it makes it a lot easier for sure.
Kiki, this kind of being sort of a homecoming game for you, can you kind of just talk about what that experience was like today?
Yeah, it was fantastic. Growing up in Maryland and going to camps here, I've played here so many times just growing up, and middle school, even before that and everything. So it was really exciting to see so many of my family and friends come out here. And, given that we have 3 people from Sidwell, this high school that I went to, on this team, it was really special because a lot of people from our high school came out, and just so many supporters. So it was really awesome to get to play here.
Do you know how many friends and family you had here today?
I don't know exactly. I definitely had a lot, though. Yeah, a lot of people.
Great. What was the conversation at halftime that kind of led to you guys kind of coming up and really getting those stops in that third quarter?
Yeah, it's about pride in our defense and doing it without fouling and understanding how we're built. I think it was sort of a reminder. You know, we talked about Lauren is like, you know, she's killing it in there. And so if she doesn't get a touch, someone else needs to be wide open. And they need to commit multiple people. So recommitting our shot selection, part of the reason we were giving up buckets on defense in that second quarter was because we didn't have as good a shot selection in that second quarter. And so when just reminding them, okay, what got us here? When are we at our best? What's the game teaching us? How do we respond? And we just really challenged them on the defensive end of the floor. And if we were going to be effective defensively, we had to do more off the pass, less off the dribble, and we had to get the ball inside first and have better shot selection.
Got a couple from the Daily Bruin. Lauren, first and foremost, congratulations on reaching 1,000 career points. How does it feel to hit such a major milestone? What does it mean to you to accomplish that in less than 2 years at UCLA?
I mean, thank you. It's kind of crazy, but again, like I couldn't do it without my teammates and my coaches. I think my coaches just do a really great job of putting me in the best positions to do what I need to do. And honestly, the points will come, but I think that it just kind of goes with the flow of the game, and I don't really try to force anything. I just think I try to do what the team needs me to do, and so just really thankful for the people I'm surrounded by every single day.
Coach, defensively, your team did a great job limiting Maryland to just 48 points through 3 quarters. What did you see in your team's defensive effort tonight, and how important was that in securing the win?
It was everything. And I think that we have so much more growing to do on the defensive end, honestly. I think that's we could be so much even more dominant than we are. We still have lapses about when we talk, how we just read the situation on the defensive end of the floor. And so, but it's got to be huge. And we have to, as many weapons as we have on offense, we can't find our identity there. Our identity has to be with defense and rebounding. Those are the things that are going to carry us where we want to go come March.
Kiki, since your return, you've had a strong start to this season. Tonight, you contributed both as a scorer and a facilitator. How are you feeling about your individual progress and the team's chemistry at this point in the season?
Yeah, feeling really good about both of those. I think as a team, only undefeated team left in men's and women's college basketball, so that's pretty cool. And I feel good about the growth areas that we've been making and will continue to make. And individually, I just felt really good out there. I mean, I think it took a few games to just get used to playing after everything with my shoulder, but I feel like I'm in a really good spot. And yeah, I'm just happy with how everything's going.
Coach, tonight's win marks the 5th-ranked win of the season, the first top 10 win of the season. How do you feel about the team's performance so far, and what areas are you still looking to improve as you move forward into the last stretch of the season?
Well, I think just, finding our balance of chemistry, but how we get different kinds of paint touches from multiple people, just our efficiency on the offensive end. But more importantly for me, it really is about defending without fouling and defensive rebounding. I still think, and I've really quite candidly been challenging our guards. A lot of our 3s and 4s are the ones that are giving up. Our 2s, 3s, and 4s are giving up offensive rebounds. And it's just going to come down to how hungry we are to continue to choose growth and not listen. We are proud. I am really proud of that we're the last undefeated team, and they've earned this. And but I honestly just think we're just scratching the surface about how good we can become. And I just want us to focus on growing every day and making each other better.
Hey, Coach, Joe Yashroff, Montgomery Community Media. You're number 1 in the country. What is it like being number 1? You can't hide. You can't sneak up on anybody. You're getting the best shot every team has. What is that like for the team and for you to prepare every game?
Well, I think I expect the same things of me that I would expect of them, to focus on getting better every time. And to, this is definitely new territory for all of us, right? It's never happened in our program's history. There's actually only been 26 teams in the history of the polls that have held that spot. So I have a responsibility to seek the wisdom of others that have gone before me and been in these positions to lead. What is it like to lead from the front? But more than anything else, it's trying to stay present, focused, and shutting out the noise. Being number 1, I asked them the other day, how many of you guys have enjoyed being number one? And of course, their hands went up. I said, you want to keep it? Then have a bigger commitment to get better every day. Have a bigger commitment to play in the present, to not think about the future, to not think about the past, but to be totally committed to how do I give to my team and get better today. And I think as much as we can stay focused in that in our leadership, as well as our standards we hold them to, I think we'll be just fine.
Coach, you mentioned at the beginning, but could you delve a little bit into the just the growth of the women's game and what you've seen? Big crowds. It's not just a one-off. It's like it's happening so much
So many
and so
places.
frequently. Could you talk about the evolution from your eyes, what you have seen?
Yeah, you know, I've been doing this. This is my 32nd year of Division I coaching, and what a joy to watch the fruit of our labor, so to speak, for over a long period of time and over multiple generations. And, you know, I think that, you know, both of these guys, I remember recruiting them, and they were mature beyond their years. They didn't just want to do something special at UCLA. They wanted to see the game go to new and special places. And they're getting to do it and live it and witness it, and so am I. You know, I think we can't. I have a phrase with our team all the time: you can't get tired of doing it right. I don't think we can get tired of fighting for more exposure, for telling more stories about these incredible women, for praising the crowds and doing more and more research about what's capturing this audience. And we got to continue to move it forward. But we can't quit. It's an incredibly prideful moment for me to see sort of the tipping points of how people are getting excited about women's basketball. But we're not done yet. We got to keep moving it forward, and we got to keep telling their great stories. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Go to the masses. Go to the masses.